Inputs. Top defense sources have told CNN News 18 that the biggest joint exercise post-Operation Sindoor, exercise Trishul, is currently underway. India's indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant and the entire carrier battle group, or the CBG, will be participating in the tri-service exercise that is Trishul on Pakistan border, should be noted. It is a command-level exercise for individual services with other agencies such as the BSF and the Indian Coast Guard, which are also participating in exercise Trishul. INS Vikrant and Carrier Battle Group are also part of this. This is the first tri-services exercise that's currently underway after Operation Sindoor. And we have learnt the exclusive details of this biggest joint exercise that's taking place. It will involve India's indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant, the entire carrier battle group, the CBG, which are all part of the tri-service exercise over here. But remember, what is standing out right now is the timing of this exercise, given it's the first tri-services exercise that's taking place after Operation Sindoor. At the moment, India, of course, always ensuring that there is enough military preparedness on all fronts. And we are also being told that this particular tri-services exercise, exercise Trishul as it's being called, is being led by the Indian Navy. Over 25,000 Indian Army personnel are involved in this exercise, around 40 high-tech fighter aircraft of the Indian Air Force. That also includes the Sukhoi 30 MKIs, the Rafale, along with force enablers, are taking part in this massive tri-services exercise Trishul as it's been called. But interestingly, the Indian Navy is leading this as the agency for this entire exercise. In addition to conventional domains, synergized and simulated scenarios will be conducted in the cyber and space domains as well. INS Vikrant and Carrier Battle Group are part of this, which is why the Indian Navy is the leading agency for this entire exercise that's taking place at the India-Pakistan border. At the same time, it's a command-level exercise for individual services with other agencies like the BSF, the Indian Coast Guard also participating in it. India's indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant and the entire carrier battle group are also part of this exercise. Akash Sharma brings us the details. So Akash, as you shed more light on this entire exercise, how is this in terms of the messaging going out to Pakistan, which has been left extremely rattled? Remember, second NOTAM being issued by Pakistan in just a matter of a week.
Oh yes, and not just NOTAM, we have the Nav area warning as well for the Arabian Sea, where Pakistan is going to conduct, possibly firing exercises. But right now we are discussing this tri-service exercise Trishul, that is happening in the western sector of India, where we have all these three services along with Indian Coast Guard, BSF and other agencies, for the very first time after Operation Sindoor coming together for this exercise. And we have been given to understand that each force, has got its responsibility. While Indian Navy, is heading this particular exercise, we have been given to understand that both Army and Air Force will also deploy their assets. And this time around, not just conventional domain. We have three conventional domain: air, land and water. Other than these conventional domains, we have cyberspace and space, in fact, very much considered for the sort of scenarios that can come in any sort of eventuality. And that's the reason why we are saying that this is one of the biggest exercise. Akanksha, you see, we have INS Vikrant, India's indigenous aircraft carrier, taking part in this particular exercise. In fact, yesterday, DGNO categorically mentioned that how 20 to 25 ships, are going to take part in this particular exercise. Other than that, we have high-tech aircraft from Indian Air Force, including Rafale and Su-30 MKI. We have force enablers like mid-air refuelers, helicopters are going to take part. From Army, we have more than 25,000 troops very much stationed in these areas to take part in this joint exercise. You must be remembering that today morning, in fact, IDS has tweeted one video, which is a go-ahead video for, this exercise that is all set to happen from 3rd of November and will go on till 13th of November, Akanksha.
So, interestingly, you highlighted the presence of INS Vikrant also, but is this tri-service exercise of Trishul, now the new face of Atmanirbhar Bharat in terms of our defense?
You see, Atmanirbharta is something that Ministry of Defense has been focusing on. But along with Atmanirbharta, it has been categorically mentioned by top officials that while we are focusing on Atmanirbharta, if we have some specific sort of requirement, we won't take a step back. In order to procure anything from places like Israel or from Russia or from any other country, and that's why we have seen inductions in the past few months where we have seen Apache helicopter joining Indian Army, where we have seen several other systems as well. For example, we are inducting Rafale Marine for INS Vikrant from France. We are, in fact, expecting some sort of fifth generation fighter aircraft as well. Though possibilities, are there for, Rafale only as far as MRFA is concerned. And, India can rely on fifth generation fighter aircraft, indigenous fifth generation fighter aircraft. But Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh mentioned in the annual press conference that how, they will, of course, see the requirements and will go ahead, for fifth generation fighter aircraft from other country as well. And there is a possibility. So right now, Atmanirbharta is one priority. But then the sort of requirement that we have from the services is, the prime agenda. Okay. And that's why we are going to see our indigenous equipment and platforms being tested in this particular exercise.